This is what I found metal detecting October 2022. There was a lot of different cast iron and iron pieces that I found out at this old ghost town. Nobody's going to miss them, but I'm going to turn them into some blades. That one's a real good example right there. A mountain, an actual stack of brass. And then I've talked about this before, it's important to take these kind of things with you when you're metal detecting, because then you can make sure your friends find something too, because you could throw this stuff at them and they won't mind. So we'll start right at the top here. A whole bunch of different really cool fire pit glass. You know it's old when it's purple because they used to use lead for their glass back in the day. Here's a little piece of chalcedony, and here's a couple little pieces of turquoise, and these are quartz crystals. I found those on a special trip. Now a couple little pieces of porcelain right there, an old button. That's lucite is what they called that. Here's some modern ones, and you recognize the beaver tails. Here's an old piece of copper. At first I thought this was one of those pipes that they use to smoke opium, but it is probably not. Big old chunk of lead, and a couple old shotgun shells, and the end of a hose. Here's the older stuff, a fork, a buckle, some kind of a clip, and a really old nut. Here's some some buttons, steel buttons from back in the day. They're pretty old, I reckon. Wasn't really able to get a look at who made them. Now this one being the exception, you know that's a rivet from a Levi's. And then this here is the top of a Levi's button. It looks like a great coin at first, like some kind of a token or something. An old safety pin, and some ox shoes. Modern stuff here, just a little zipper pull with Ascend Base Camp approved, and just a tiny bit of modern coins. It's been so long since I found an old coin, I kind of forgot. These are fired leads, and this, do you recognize this? Do you know what that is? I didn't at first. I had to look at it a bit and bend it straight. That's an old pocket knife. And then here's some live drop 22s, including one that the heat got the better of, and 223, something a little bigger. Here's a really old 22 that was shot probably 100 years ago. Now, speaking of 22, this runs the whole range. We got shorts, we got long rifle, and we got magnum. It's kind of fun. Also, when was the last time you saw a 410 shell? Especially a paper one. Here's an old bullet. Not sure the detail behind it. Here's a couple old tax tokens. This is Arizona tax token, the 1 mil. I cleaned this one up so you could kind of see it because it was in real bad shape. This one, just black, but you could make out the little sign on the back for the Arizona Department of Taxation, and the one. A couple old shotgun shells here, and then some of the more interesting things that I found. These right here. These are highly metallic. I think these are silver ore. These have been cleaned in acid and water, and they're still super duper metallic. So, if you have an idea what you think those might be, I'd love to hear it. Put that in the comments down below. And then my prize, my best thing that I found this month, I think, when this came out of the ground, it was pretty black. And I thought, you know, that might be silver. And it's old. And so what I did, I soaked it in acid to take that tarnish off. And then I hit it with a whiz brush, copper brush. And that just made it come clean as could be. I had a sad feeling when I found this. I'm like, hey, that's silver. The silversmith that created it has probably been dead for a long, long time. But then it occurs to me, I know how to cast metal, including silver. I could bring back this pattern. Wouldn't that make some neat earrings? A big pair and a little pair or something like that. Anyway, I think I might do that. I might just bring that little pattern back. So, that's what I found metal detecting in October of 2022. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you see something on here that I didn't recognize what it was or misidentified, I'd still love to hear from you. And even if you just want to say hi, put that in the comments down below. I hope you have some good luck detecting metal, and we'll see you next time.